Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I will only talk about this one thing which is very important to me and which I also mentioned in the stream I made recently, but I beg the most of you, or I, not I beg, I bet the most of you haven't seen the stream. So if you are interested in streams to talk with me about current politics or other things, culture, languages, or anything in this direction, or also fun stuff, follow me on Twitch. A link will be in the description. But here we are now with a topic which is for some people heavy and very important. For me, it's also important, but I have a different viewpoint than most of the others. It is about delivering tanks to Ukraine. I'm against delivering tanks to Ukraine. Many are in favor of this, and the media, the most newspapers, the most online websites are in favor of this and wants this very much. So they wrote an open letter, and I got even an email from change.org. Change.org cannot do anything for this. I don't know how they think about this topic specifically. But yeah, I because I was so angry about this website and this email, I disabled all further future notifications from them. So they often wrote to me, here's a topic, it's very important, please sign. And so maybe I will also do it again at sometimes, but not in the near future, because I was so angry about this email and the topic. There are people out there who make a petition to get more tanks delivered to Ukraine, which is so pervert in itself. But it is German, so you cannot read much of it. I marked out the names where here was my name, and so you don't need to know my name, and it's not anything of your business. But this topic is interesting. So here we are with the English letter, and yeah, I will read the English letter for you, and I will tell you my opinion about it. So, letter to Olaf Scholz: yes to Marder and Leopard tanks for Ukraine. Dear Chancellor, exactly today on the 25th October, you are organizing an international expert conference on the reconstruction of Ukraine. We are a group of German and Ukrainian activists who like to remind you that reconstruction will only be possible after a clear victory for Ukraine. And for this victory, Ukraine needs massive support with modern weapon systems from Germany. We appeal to your understanding of our possibilities as our country and our responsibility regarding the cost of this war. Yes, Germany has already made and continues to make a significant contribution with arms deliveries to Ukraine. We are grateful for that, but the scale and nature of the deliveries does not meet the need. Starting on the 10th of October, Russia has launched massive attacks on Ukrainian cities using its strategic air force and will continue to do so. Currently, Iranian drones are already being fired at Ukraine from the territory of Belarus. That three countries taking part in this for Ukrainian. This is the Third World War. Moment. That's three countries taking part in this for Ukrainian. This is the Third World War. Everyone knows Germany is the fourth largest arms producer in the world. Everybody knows the German arms industry would have provided vital weapons to Ukraine since April, but you did not give your permission for months. Everyone knows the German government already voted in favor of the arms deliveries in April, and on October 6th, the EU Parliament already demanded tanks deliveries to Ukraine in a joint resolution. Everyone knows the Ukrainian government is ready to buy these weapons. After all, it is a question of your release. The whole world is watching what decision you make and how quickly. Our opinion. So this was not opinion. This was facts that they delivered. I think most of this is opinion, but yeah, now it is their declared opinion. In response to the Russian missile terror, the German government should also correct its position on the delivery of the Leopard tanks to Ukraine. We must provide the Ukrainian army with armored vehicles such as Leopard and Marder to enable it to free its country more quickly from Russian occupation. Similarly, we urgently need to provide Ukraine with all available air defense systems and missile defense systems to protect the civilian population in Ukraine from aerial bombardment. In addition, it is necessary to increase pressure on Russia to recognize Russia as a terrorist state, ensure the complete international isolation of Russia, tighten sanctions especially on Russia's energy sector. Enough talk, high time to show the world and Putin Germany stands up for Ukraine. Every day we wait, bringing more victims among the Ukrainian civilian population. This is your responsibility. Therefore, we expressly appeal to you. Do everything to put Germany on the right side of history. The more modern weapon we supply to Ukraine, the closer peace will be. Those wishes to join the open letter can do so via change.org, yeah. I have seen it, or I've got a notification through this. Yeah, okay, I have read this for you. I hope I pronounced everything correctly. I didn't read too fast, and so on and so on. But now I've read this. Will have a link to this website and to this website in the description. So you cannot say that I have not delivered you all the facts which I have here. I don't open any other website. I don't need to open any other website. This is the website my video is based on. Link will be in the description. Now comes my opinion. Maybe I even put a big slot of writing here on the screen. My opinion. But I think to deliver weapons to a country which is in war is the wrong sign. That cannot be the right side of history. With every weapon we deliver, more people die. Whether now Russians or Ukrainians. So we should not deliver any weapons. I'm eating something. It is something basic which everyone should understand. More weapons, more death. And the people here seem to want more death. They of course just want that the Russians die. So and the Ukrainians not. Maybe the Russians want the opposite. Probably some at least. I guess many in Russia also don't want that any Ukrainians die or any Russians. But more weapons means more death. And I don't think that peace will come through this faster. Maybe the Ukrainian army can free or regain the occupation territories in Donetsk and Luhansk, but if they should really dare to attack Crimea, this would definitely lead to Russia using more, maybe even some nuclear weapons. And then this would be completely 100%, in my own opinion, the fault of Ukraine that this happened. I don't think that the entire war is Ukrainians' fault or Russians. I think it is Russian and United States' fault, I would say. Or NATO. But the United States represents NATO in this case the most. In any way, to reach peace, there had been many options to reach peace. Many, there were even peace talks. They didn't lead to anything, sadly. But every war ends with negotiations, and the only thing which Ukraine is now trying to do is have a better position for then at some point having negotiations. So they are in a better position in war, so they can get more of their own demands through, and get more for themselves. I mean, from a negotiations point of view, it makes sense, but then you have also to completely ignore that many people are dying, innocent people are dying. But all wars ends at the end through negotiations. You don't need to like this, but it is just the case. It had always been the case that wars ends with negotiations, and what Ukraine and maybe even Russia, I don't know so much about from the Russian point of view, are trying now is just to have better positions for the negotiations. So Ukraine is now trying to get more tanks, get more territory reclaimed, and free from the occupation. I mean, this thing is for freeing. I don't know. At least in some territories, people are mostly Russians, and but if the occupied territory is freed, it means that it is even bombed even more. Now from the Ukrainians, who try to get back what they lost, but the bombs are still destroying the country. Buildings, nature, whatever. So it is really not in the best interest of the country which is occupied to be freed by anyone, because maybe some people want this, maybe even some who live there, but I guess it is the majority of people who want this are not really living there. But anyway, I don't think that a peace can come through only come through a clear victory of Ukraine. And I hate this war or this military operation or whatever you call it, from wherever you are in the world. I hate it, and it is senseless and stupid. But it doesn't help that to bring tanks there. Especially also Germany should not deliver any tanks to a country which is in war with Russia, because it's just a terrible vibe to see again German tanks killing Russian soldiers. Any weapons are, I don't think that are necessary. Germany should have done more with to bring the countries together and force them to negotiate. Maybe even put sanctions also to Ukraine and to Russia, to force them to the negotiation table, isolating both countries. They fight a war, they should be isolated, so they are forced to negotiate for peace in their own self-interest. This would be something which maybe would have ended the war soon, if very soon after the invasion started in February 24th last year, that all countries would have isolated Ukraine and Russia from everything. Then they would have maybe been forced to negotiate. I don't know if it would have really lead. Maybe it would have been useless, but it would have been a good try to bring peace to this country, and they deserve peace. I highly recommend to everyone who is now thinking, how dare he to say such things, to watch a video which was from April last year or so, where Ukrainian, Russian, and other pacifists in the world had a meeting together. I don't know if you can still find it online, but there's another video from the channel Democracy Now, and there's an interview on one of those videos. Maybe I will try to have a link in the description. This interview I recommend very, very much to watch. You see in it a Ukrainian pacifist someone who lives in Ukraine, who is the whole time in Ukraine, as far as I know, and who has very good viewpoints on the whole situation. Watch this video. Maybe I will even react to this video at some point, but this is very good, well made. Anyway, if you want, subscribe and like the video, but otherwise just write down in the comments what you think. I am a German. I am a pacifist. That's why I'm against all of this kind of actions. I'm a pacifist. I'm a communist, and I am always interested in bringing countries together and making peace and improve situations and moods between countries. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video somehow. Hope you maybe learned something. Or you can just disagree with me and write that in the comments and tell me what a terrible person I am. You know my bias. I'm a pacifist. That's most important bias, I would say, in this situation. And yeah, you have this source. You even have a further video you can watch. So disagree with me or agree with me. Stay friendly. Write something in the comments when you want. And see you next time.